Hi, I'm Tina Trenner, and welcome to our show tonight. We have so much fun on this whole campaign thing. You know, people that are out campaigning and wanting to really enjoy themselves, it's a lot of work, but we have so much fun. And we have Zach Hames here tonight. Thank you for coming, Zach, because this is going to be a fun show.
I'm so excited. Thank you for having me on here, Tina.
You are Dennis's campaign director, is that correct?
Correct.
Dennis Hoff, campaign director. That's you.
Yes.
Tell me what you do.
So I run the daily operations of the campaign. I manage all of our door knockers, all of our political advisors I communicate with. I communicate with you and a whole bunch of other individuals here in Pahrump and all throughout Nye County about different concerns they have, anything that I can bring to Dennis about him running for office for Assembly District 36, concerns in the county, in the town, business-wise, with all the water, all the Yucca Mountain stuff that's going on, pretty much everything. I just
kind of the heartbeat of Nye County.
Yeah, pretty much the heartbeat of Nye County, everything that's going on.
Okay, so my question is, we've been through, I mean, I work on the campaign too, and we've been through a really tough campaign, and Dennis prevailed. We all know that Dennis prevailed. And when you moved down here, when you first came down to Pahrump, because you're from northern Nevada, right? Yes,
I'm a seventh-generation Nevadan. I live in northern Nevada, but I'm down here now. I have lived down here now, and this is home.
It's fun, isn't it?
It is.
Parump's crazy. You know, there's something about Pahrump, and I don't know what it is. I really don't know what it is. But when you first come here, you think, but then you start meeting the people. And you know, someone said to me once, the very best people and the very worst people live in Pahrump. But the very best are the very best. And you just can't help but just love them.
I've met some of the most amazing people here in Pahrump. Joe Burdinsky and his wife, Faye. Some of the county commissioners that we work with. The sheriff, I absolutely adore Sharon. Her assistant, Janice Marizio.
Oh, is she the best?
She's the best. Don and Donna Cox. Everybody that I've come in contact with that has worked with us, they've just been the best. There are some people out here that, as everybody knows, if they read a newspaper,
yeah, you got problems with, but hey, you know,
any of that stuff, they see that we have issues with these people. But you know what? Dennis is running for the greater good, and we've genuinely tried to help, and that's our goal, is to help the constituents of District 36.
Well, and that's one of the things that I want to bring out, because I ran for the Assembly in 2016, and someone said to me, you need to meet Dennis Hoff, and I said, yeah, I don't know, you know, because I don't know if I want to meet that guy. But they said, no, you're going to like him. And you know what? I think he's one of my very good friends. I really, really care about him. And the reason that I do is because he's conservative when it comes to being just a really good, hardworking person. He's an American, and he has all the American values that we all treasure as conservatives. And he works for the people. His whole idea. He's been very, very fortunate. He's made a lot of money. And he said to me when I first met him, I want to give back.
Absolutely.
What a nice thing to say.
We put out at the beginning of the campaign, we put out a letter about where he came from, how he has gotten to where he is today. And he was a parking lot sweeper and did all these things. And then he bought a gas station and bought another gas station and another gas station until he had this huge empire of gas stations. Then he went into real estate, and then he talks about going for this trip with his father through Nevada and fell in love with it and said, you know what, I can be myself. Nevada's a live and let live place, and he fell in love with it. It's about freedom and to do whatever he wants, to carry his pistol if he wants, to gamble 24/7, to drink 24/7, to do whatever you want.
And even though he doesn't do any of those things.
He doesn't. It's amazing. You meet these people that know Dennis, and they're like, no, he's such a square. He doesn't drink, he doesn't smoke, he doesn't party.
No.
He owns brothels. Okay, we get it. But you know what? He's the most genuine person, and he just genuinely wants to give back to the state that has given so much to him.
And that's what I found out when I met him, and I totally changed. You know, you get these things in your head. Oh, he owns brothels. Oh, my gosh. And then you find out, this is a really nice guy. And you shouldn't have stereotypes in your head. You know, I thought I was going to be chomping on a cigar and whacking girls on their tush, you know? Not at all. He's totally the opposite of that.
Absolutely. And he's the most
gentleman,
kind, caring, genuinely cares about everybody he comes in contact with, and it's been a very eye-opening experience going through this campaign. The calls that we've gotten and the concerns that people have and the issues that they've had with local government, state government, all these water issues that we've had that have come up, all of the real estate issues that are coming up, the big property tax thing that's coming up, and it's amazing. And the people that we've met through this journey is just outstanding.
And they become just part of your, not, maybe family sounds kind of corny, but it's almost like that.
Oh,
it's almost like they're
is.
part of your family. Mm-hmm. Yeah, you can pick up the phone and call any of them, and we're all on the same page. And I think that's what's the conservative part of Pahrump is so conservative in that, like I said, it's truly Americana. It's wave the flag, apple pie, love your mom, and they don't care if you think it's corny or not. You know, they really believe that, and they are just completely Trump supporters. And Dennis has become the Trump of Pahrump. That's the joke, but he really kind of is.
Well, and it's funny you say that. We had Roger Stone had come out, or we were supposed to have him the first time.
Oh, I know.
And he was deposed by the DNC and all that stuff that happened, and we got him out again. So it was like a double whammy because we had him on the Skype call, and then he came out and he's like, you know what? This is the Trump of Pahrump. He's a very conservative person. We're coining him the Trump of Pahrump, and it just kind of stuck with him.
Yeah.
So.
Yeah, and he gets about as much grief as Trump gets every day, too. It isn't really funny sometimes. But, you know, when you look at Dennis and see what he kind of grown into this because his heart was there, but once in a while you'll tell him something, he'll say, someone would do that? He's like so... The kindness in his heart, and I'm going a certain place with this. I kept telling him about the Fuentes, and I kept telling him you've got to go out and see that what the government did to that property. And Dennis was like, okay, yeah, Tina, I know. You know, Ed Goodhart's a good friend, and he's been working on it. I said, I know, but until you see it, you can't understand it. So finally one day, you know, we all went out there.
Yes.
And I think the thing that again, the part of Dennis, he looked at what has happened to their property and the immense damage that's been done. And he actually welled up some tears in his eyes and he said, oh my God, these poor people, how could this happen? He's just got such a kind heart.
Well, and that's one of the things that are going on in Nye County that we don't really know about. Not everybody out here knows about it.
I know.
There's a ton of stuff out here. The water issue that's going on, we want to focus on that. That's one of the things that we ran on our campaign for, this Order 193 that came down. We want to protect our well owners and protect our water and stuff like that. But we need people to let us know these things. We need people to reach out to us and let us know what their concerns are. And I mean, we get phone calls all day long, every day, Monday through Sunday. But we want to bring other people onto the show to let us know and to talk about their conservative values and their conservative voice in this valley, as well as all throughout Nye County.
So someone that's watching right now can reach us and say that they would like to be on the show and have a voice.
Absolutely. We want those people to come in and join us and be part of what we're doing. We want them to feel like they're part of it. What we hear so often is when legislators get elected, they go up to the legislature and they're like, forget about everybody else. Yeah. Well, Dennis doesn't want to do that. And we always say, give him a call, his phone number. And it's on all of our signs. He's said it on every single radio station. His cell phone number is 775-720-9090.
And he says, call me. Just call me.
And he answers his phone.
Yep.
But we need people to reach out to us, whether it's through email or go to our website or whatever it is, to reach out to us because we want extra input. We want to know what's going on out here.
This is what is a true grassroots campaign. This is about the people. This is about the Constitution. This is about the way we want our government to work, and we can actually have an opportunity to have that with Dennis if people get on board with it. Because that's one of the things that is so aggravating. Like you said, they get elected, they go up there, and it's like, who is this person? I don't even know. That will not happen with Dennis because, again, Dennis wants to give back. He doesn't want to take.
Well, and this is our home. Dennis just bought a new house in Mountain Falls, and I'm down here all the time, and this is now my home, so I'm down here.
Right.
I always make a joke to Dennis. I said, I remember coming down here when I first started working for you, and I knew nobody. And now I feel like I can't go to the grocery store without 50 people saying hi to me, asking me questions, calling me all the time. And I talk to you on a daily basis. I talk to a handful of other people on a daily basis. I talk to a couple of the commissioners. I talk to the sheriff all the time. So I'm very involved in our community, as well as Dennis. We go to as many events as we possibly can, and we're just trying to be part of the community. And I've had to adjust a little bit. It's a different place to live than Northern Nevada is, but you know what? It's been very good to me.
I'm happy you're here. Most people like you. Shocking as that may be. No. But I want people to know you can ask Dennis a question at DennisHoff.com. Is that correct?
Yes.
Okay, so DennisHoff.com, how easy is that?
Super easy. Or you can email him, and it goes directly to him, and it's askdennis@DennisHoff.com.
AskDennis@DennisHoff.com. Okay, so, you know, we started to mention the fact that this is such a nice place to live. Some of the laws and things that are coming down are becoming restrictive. And I think that's another thing that we are looking forward to with Dennis, is to make sure that these things don't happen. And, you know, the government, the big, heavy government that grinds us down, and the only way we stop that is with people like Dennis.
Absolutely. I mean, there's certain rules and regulations that we have to have. We don't want gang violence on our streets. We don't want people robbing and murdering and killing people. But it's getting to the point where it seems like every day there's something new that goes on. There's a new rule or a new law or a new board or a new regulation that's coming down that's not really what Dennis wants. Nevada has always been based on live and let live. Like I said, I'm a 7th-generation Nevadan. My family's been here for some time, and that, I think he wants to go back to that live and let live. Make Nevada, Nevada
That's
again.
what I was just going to say, make Nevada, Nevada again. So what we're going to do is we're going to take a break here. I want to remind you now to go to, if any questions that you want, go to DennisHoff.com. Ask Dennis any question, and he'll get back to you. He'll email it to you. Might even pick up the phone and call
you. If you call us, his phone number is 775-720-9090.
So we're going to take a break. And when we come back from that break, we're going to talk about some of the positive things that are happening here in Pahrump that people are so excited about, because, let's face it, we need some good news.
Absolutely.
We've been kind of out there with some bad news for a long time. But you know what, with Donald Trump and now with Dennis, I think we're going to see a whole new vision, don't you?
I do, and it's definitely a change for the better.
We'll be right back. Let us take a break. Thank you.